He was young, smart, and full of life. A 21-year-old student from Ohio, visiting one of the most secretive and terrifying regimes in the world. What could go wrong? Otto Warmbier never imagined that the biggest mistake of his life would be so small. A souvenir, just a poster, a single piece of paper, would lead him to a prison cell and eventually to death. It was December 2015 when Otto traveled to North Korea with a Chinese-based tour company. A trip described as safe and unique. They took him through Pyongyang's empty streets, showed him choreographed parades, and fed him carefully controlled experiences. Behind the smiles of the guides, there was something off. Cold, staged, too perfect to be real. On New Year's Eve, Otto and the other tourists celebrated at a hotel in Pyongyang. At some point during the night, CCTV cameras recorded a young man, allegedly Otto, walking down a deserted corridor, reaching for a propaganda banner on the wall and tearing it. According to the North Korean government, he was trying to steal it, to take it home, as a trophy, as a joke. He was arrested at the airport, just hours before his scheduled flight home, dragged away without warning, and then silence. Weeks passed before the world saw him again. When he reappeared, it was in front of North Korean cameras. He was crying, confessing, apologizing, begging. He said he'd tried to steal the banner for a church, for a friend's mother, to gain favor. But the words felt scripted. His voice cracked in strange, unnatural ways. His eyes didn't look like someone pleading for forgiveness. They looked broken. North Korea sentenced Otto to 15 years of hard labor. 15 years for a poster. And then he vanished again. For over a year, no one knew where he was. No contact, no visits, no proof of life. When he finally returned home, it was inside a coffin-shaped jet. Eyes closed, unresponsive, brain damaged. What happened to Otto Warmbier during those 17 months in North Korea? The official explanation was chilling. Botulism, followed by a sleeping pill. A tragic reaction. But his parents saw the truth the moment they touched him. His body was scarred. His teeth were mangled. His once bright face was unrecognizable. This was not a man who had fallen ill. This was a man who had been destroyed. And North Korea never offered a real explanation. But why? Why torture a tourist? Why turn a joke into a death sentence? Theories began to swirl. Some believed Otto had been used as leverage, punishment for U.S. sanctions. Others whispered darker rumors. Secret prisons, experimental torture, mind control. But the truth, no one knows. Because Otto can't speak. When Otto Warmbier returned to the United States, he was no longer Otto. His eyes didn't open. His body didn't move. He was breathing, but the person he had been was gone. Doctors described his condition as unresponsive wakefulness. He showed no signs of understanding, no reaction to voices or light. An MRI revealed massive brain damage. It looked as if his brain had been starved of oxygen for a long time. But there were no signs of botulism, no signs of overdose, no signs of illness, only trauma. His parents were horrified. They had been told he was asleep. Instead, they were handed a son with scars on his feet, a shattered tooth, a feeding tube, and silence. They chose to let the world see what North Korea had done. In interviews, Otto's father said, "There is no excuse for what happened to our son. No excuse." Otto died just 6 days after coming home. He never woke up. North Korea denied everything. They called the US liars. They claimed Otto was treated with respect, that they were the victims of Western lies. But no one believed them. The truth is likely buried inside prison walls, behind closed doors, beneath layers of state secrets. No independent observer ever saw Otto during his imprisonment. No one knows if he was tortured, interrogated, or simply left to rot in a cell. Some say he tried to take his own life. Others believe he was used as a pawn, broken as an example. But here's the most chilling part. Otto was not a spy, not a rebel, not a threat. He was just a tourist, a young man who made a mistake, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Beneath layers of state secrets, no one knows if he was tortured, interrogated, or simply and in North Korea. That was enough. After his death, the US banned its citizens from traveling to North Korea. Otto's story became a warning, a ghostly echo that still haunts anyone curious enough to peek behind the regime's curtain. But still, the question remains, why was Otto Warmbier really taken? Was it about power, punishment, a message, or was it something darker? Something we'll never fully understand. His story doesn't end with justice. There was no trial, no answers, only grief, and the memory of a boy who walked into a country and never truly walked out.